Good morning, Art-Alchemy. Welcome back to my channel. I have an empty cup of coffee. I haven't made it yet. I was just laying down. It got really chilly where I lived really fast. So it's like we went from super hot, normal, like warm, to like fall. Literally, and today, happy first day of fall today. It's officially on a Saturday. Today for you, I have these beautiful student grade metallics that I got in December. Thank you, fam. And no, I don't think they're cheap. I have not the brand Himi, but I actually try out a couple of other brands. I don't remember the brands, but they're big. And actually, I had the Arctics, that not the Himi, but the Himi is much better from what I hear. And this was a gift for me from last Christmas, fam. The only reason that I forced myself not to I opened it, there's no plastic, and I look into it, but I have not opened the cups, which we're gonna do today. It's because I still have the big long of gouache, and that one was like 40, I think 40, and that was from a couple years ago. And last year I felt bad because I only touched it once towards early fall, I remember, and that was mostly to reconstitute it. And I was like, man, I really miss this watch because it's a student grade, so you could go all out. And I'm glad I delved into it. I do suggest you buy this rather than the tubes, or because there's more expensive, way more expensive. My first Arctics gouache was about this size, and it had like 15 of them. I did manage to finish that one, and then I had bought myself another one, which I show you in this channel, which that one I actually ended up giving away, and I had used most of it, some of it, yeah, but I gave it away. And it was fun because it was like $13, which that's why I said it's better. The difference is that it is a thick consistency. You have to get a little bottle of water because like you're painting, and then it'll suddenly start drying while you're still painting. So it's like, you know, because it's that's why I suggested. I'm still gonna go on a student grade. Next week, I believe, hopefully it's here. It should have been here, but the mail guys have been acting real crazy. So I order a student grade gouache, which is a very good brand, and that's what I was gonna do the video today. And it got here on Wednesday night, and on Thursday morning they send it to Temecula, which I don't live there, and then they send it back. And I don't know if they're doing that on purpose to kill time. I hate when the Amazon moves my stuff to the regular post office, because the regular post office, I don't know, they acting crazy, and they've been like that for a while. And it's because they took a lot of their funding and stuff, and it's federal, so they do whatever they want because no one's gonna fire them because it's federal. Yeah, so when that gets here sometime this week coming up, then I will do the video for you next Saturday. Following that video, I'm gonna do, because there is another Amazon Prime days, which is October 8th, I think, or 7th or 8th, or 8th or 9th, somewhere in there. So right in the first weekend of October, before Prime Day, just FYI, I'm going to make a video for you guys, because my experience on October primes have not been that good. This year I lucked out in the one in July, before and after and during Prime, which you all saw my big ass art haul. So I don't, unless it's something that I really want, I don't think I'm gonna buy anything. It might be something small, I don't know. I'm actually going through my stuff, and stuff that I have not used in like 8 months to a year to 2 years. It's or stuff that I have swatched and never used again. I'm actually giving away to my fellow classmates, and I took some of it, and it was and so my classmates took it, and I put it in another bench where it's a free-for-all for other students, and they snatched it right away. So I'm really happy about that. So yeah. Oh, and guys, I have, before I open this, I was almost gonna tell you, I have, oh, but anyway, back to the Prime. Sorry, I'm switching back and forth. I have a lot of things in my mind. I should write this down, but I don't. um I'm gonna tell you this. So next week I'm gonna make a video about Prime, of the things that you will want to purchase, because things do go down. A lot of Paul Rubens stuff will always be on sale starting in October on forward, just FYI, if you want to snatch or get something. But this would all probably also be on sale, and the other artists, the other brands. Oh, my water's boiling. Let me pour myself a cup of coffee. I'll pause you, and then I'm gonna give you some really good news that happened to me this week. Okay guys, I'm back now that my coffee or tea, if you have tea, is hot like mine. This is actually cappuccino. I'm not drinking. I sometimes drink regular instant coffee, Folgers crystals, and then I pour cream on it. It's so good, and a little bit of cappuccino. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna tell you the good news. So guys, I've been working on my oil painting. It's been so good. I'm almost done with it. I'm just putting the fine details on Monday, and my first painting will be done. It's due on Wednesday, so I'm like right on target. A lot of students have been giving me really good feedback just by looking at it. So I guess in my eyes it looks average, but I guess because I've been looking at it for almost, for 3 weeks. But so I was busy and stuff, and I went to work on Thursday, and I was really tired, guys. And I was talking to a student. I had been to this middle school before, last year or whatever, and I don't know, sometime like I was in a free period, and like things started to creep in whether or not I was gonna get into Claremont Graduate School. And out of all, I have gotten admission in the past year to other schools for mostly undergrad or whatever, but this is something I didn't anticipate getting another master's. But I had a dream this summer when I was about to cave in to University of Redlands, which is also a good university near me. I just had a problem where twice a week I would have to go to class in the evening, and I have a problem, kind of like it has to be pitch black or really light for me to drive. It's yeah, my eyes are not great, and I hate driving outside of that, but I do it around here where I live. But anyway, so something just was not adding up. I was upset. They want me to take this class that I don't have, and I was like, look, I wanted to start in the summer. You said no. You pushed me back to the fall. Yada yada yada. Now you're pushing me back to the spring, which is in January, and I was upset. Something kind of told me, like, look into Claremont Graduate School, University, right? Now, I grew up near there in Pomona. I know all about it. I went to Harvey Mudd College. I was taken as a 8-year-old with my class. One of my I think it was my 4th grade teacher, yeah, which was my brother's previous year 4th grade teacher as well. His at that time in the early 90s, this teacher's which he was Hispanic actually, his dad was a dean at the Harvey Mudd College, and we were told it was a private school near us. Pomona College, you all might have heard it, is very popular nowadays. They're not Ivy League schools, but they're partner with Ivy League schools. They're very close to being an Ivy League school. And here in the West, we only have like Stanford, USC, that they're Stanford is an Ivy League. USC acts like one with UCLA. They're public, but they're very good. They have partnerships in Berkeley, as most of you probably know. But these schools are private and liberal, and they are, like I said, very intertwined with the Ivy Leagues. They're not Ivy Leagues, but they're like 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Somehow, and I don't want to drag my story out because I know you're here for the gouache. Somehow, I said in the summer, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that Claremont does have a graduate program. I was only going to do a credential because I already have an MA. But my MA is international relations, which is sometimes it's really hard for employers to give me a job. It basically covers anything international, anything. But sometimes employers are a little bit weird, so they think you don't have a big range, which I do, between foreign language, culture, education, foreign politics, also American politics, because you have to know your own politics. I was in the military, so things like that. I am well-rounded, but until they speak with me on resume, it translates a lot different. So I was like, you know what, Claremont doesn't separate. I would have to get another MA. It's their MA program with the credential. I went on and researched. I did not find out one negative thing from that college, from the college education. On the contrary, I found more good things, more amazing things from that school. So I was like, you know what? I was gonna apply a year and a half before to enter in 2023 in the summer, but I didn't. Something just, I don't know, something about it, I just didn't want to do it, and I wanted to get a job. So probably wasn't the right time. So I went back and all my stuff, I just updated it and I merged everything that I already had put. I sent my transcripts. I spoke to somebody, and because I had a dream, that's what it was. I had a dream that I was back there. Like I said, I'm familiar with this area because I grew up next door to them. Like, I know this area very well. I haven't been there in like 20 years, but I know the area. So it's a very, they called it they called it the trees, or the area of degrees, or something about PhDs. They have a lot. Anyway, like I said, it's almost like not an Ivy League, but it's very close to it. So I applied, and because of this dream that I dreamt that I was living there, and I saw a bunch of students and I was kind of guiding them. It was kind of bizarre. So it kind of led me like, okay, let me apply. So I did in the summer. I couldn't get in the summer because of like a little tiny peppy, but I was like, fine. I could just start in January, and I'll just take the track of internship because I'm already a substitute teacher. And mind you, I'm not gonna, I don't plan to be you know, a Spanish teacher or whatever, or a teacher. Well, I am a teacher in general in life, but I don't plan to be a K-12 teacher for you know, for a long period of time. There is options after I do that. So after a 5-year period. So that's probably why I'm entering. Or I could, you know, get all my education and merge into something like museum, which is, I am thinking about that. But this is what's gonna keep me, you know, afloat, basically. So I'm already 41 years old, and I need to do something more rather than what I've been doing. But that's what I did in the summer, and I couldn't get in the summer because of just a little peppy with one of my classes that they had an issue with, and you know that. So I was like, fine, move me to the spring, no problem. And I still had to get an interview, which I did this interview about 2 weeks ago. I did this interview online, and I was not alone. They gave me something to discuss. They were not playing around. Like I said, it's almost an Ivy League school. So we were discussing this article, all three of us, with 2 people listening. 2 professors, actually. So I was like, oh my God, I was kind of, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was a little bit like taken back, like not scared, but I was like, I didn't know what to do. I love research, but it's very different when you have a short period of timetable and you have to discuss it with strangers basically. So yeah, I guess I must have done a good job. They asked me to do another personal statement. What I had low grades finishing my undergraduate and graduate, I did it, and that was that. And I didn't hear anything. So on Thursday, things were creeping out. Man, I really want to get into this program. They're really good program. Yada yada yada. All this stuff. And hold on. Hey guys, why I said well, I was talking to you guys here, giving you my spiel about my graduate application for the MA in education and K to 12. The mail came and my packet is here. So the other gouache that I was going to review before this one is here, but that's okay. I'm gonna do this one. Not review. This is not a review. I haven't tried Himi, so this is like a first. This is just a first look, and this will give you ideas. But the other one, I will film it today, but you're gonna see it until next Saturday. So I was gonna switch it, but it's okay. Nah, I'm already cozy with this, and I really do, because this one has brushes, so I wanna try them out. And this is a gift, and no, it's not because it's cheap. I already explained, because I had other gouache, but I'll probably just give that one away or finish using it. I don't know. But this is metallics. That's the reason I did good, you know, hold on for 10 months, about 10 months. Anyway, so back to my graduate school application. So things were creeping in. On Thursday I was tired. I don't know, I don't know. Things were just like not adding up. I'm like, I really want to get into this program because next year I want to secure in the spring an internship, and then I'm technically a teacher. I'll just have, and I will have my own class. I will secure this job. You know, it would be my own now, under my own grounds and everything, with support obviously from the school, and I will still be going, you know, doing a lot of my my K to 12 courses or whatever I need to do, right? And I was like, I haven't heard from them. No news. From what I've heard, is always actually good news. So I think they were just going back and forth with me, whether or not I guess I would get accepted. So then I was thinking this, and early in the morning while I had a free period drinking my coffee. Then another class came in, and you know, it was good. They're good students. One of them asked me a question. As soon as I noticed, because I was looking at my phone at the time, as soon as I looked, I was like, oh, somebody called me, and I was like, oh my God, it says Claremont College, and I'm like, oh my God, they're giving me a call. That's not good. That means it's probably I didn't get in. And then the student asked me something. I answered, and he was still there, and he was writing down something. It was math. And then I happened to look at my email, and boom, it said, congratulations. Yeah, I didn't even know what it was. And then I looked up and I'm like, oh my God, it's Claremont. So yeah, I actually got in I think by the skin of my teeth. I'm smart, but I'm one of those people that I'm not entirely book smart, even though I have all this education. I lucked out a lot because I like to take classes. But I actually like to read and show me how to do it, and then I want to practice it. And I know I'm gonna be a good teacher because I was in kindergarten yesterday, and they asked me to write all my observations from this kinder class that apparently doesn't listen to their own teacher, who's super young. It's like 26, 27 years old. So I said a little prayer and I was doing everything right. Apparently I had help, but they even told me that they were shocked. So yeah, and especially with my own kids, Spanish is my native language. So you bet we're gonna be watching some movies, because I am a movie buff, but it has to be in relation. hopefully I'll get the native speakers, because then we could read literature and do the cultural stuff there, because we're born and raised here. It's sometimes difficult, but anyway, so yeah. And then so I came home, I told my stepdad, he said congratulations. He wasn't shocked, he never is, but I was like, oh my god, finally. And yeah, and I think I'm finally in the place where I should be, which is in the educational field. But like I said, I don't plan to be there for forever, or but it is a good place to be. That way, if I move up to professor, I think that's the only reason I haven't been hired as a professor, because I don't have the teaching background, or I've never been an assistant teacher or whatever. But now that's why this is happening, and that's fine. K to 12, they could help me pay off my loans from my other MA, because this MA is going to be fully funded, thankfully. Thank you, Jesus. So I have a lot of, and then I was on the phone I was a little behind with some of my financials, and everything is kind of working out for the best and greatest good. But this was the greatest, like after Thursday, after I saw that early in the morning, that email, no one could take my joy or anything away. I was so happy, super happy. And yeah, and so that is my story. So sorry about that. Let me drink a little bit of my coffee. But I thought I'd let you know, because you all like to celebrate my wins as well. And also I'm gonna open the forum that if you are curious about oil paint or anything, I would not take oil painting on my own, not even the water mixables. Some people like the water mixables, I do not. But because you still have to use some chemical in it. And oil painting itself is not a chemical, it's just oil paint with it's just like a regular, the paint mixed with oils. But yeah, you have to do a lot of stuff if you want to speed dry or whatever, but and all this other safety stuff, that's what makes it dangerous. But if you like oil painting, you want to try it, just buy the oil sticks. It's probably your best bet. And you could use wax, like enthusiastics or something like that. But for right now, we're diving into this Himi. I always think this is so cute, the little the Himi Gouache after 10 months that I got it. See, it comes with a little palette. They all do, even the Arctics or whatever. Like I said, I've shown in my channel the Arctics. So it does come with this, with 3, which I'm super happy. People they've been doing watercolor wash for a long time actually have said that these are not bad, and I'm glad, because a lot of my mixed media brushes are not doing that great anymore, because I use them as well for acrylics. So yeah, or the other regular wash. So this is this is 30 mil, yay, because the other 50 mil is hard to finish those. So I'm really happy about that. So this is why I like it. And I notice it's not as heavy. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, okay, so 18 still. So I'm so happy about this. So we're gonna flip it. Oopsie. Because then we don't see the colors. So these are the beautiful metallics. So my prayers were heard by these companies, because I said to myself, when the gouache, when I tried the Arctic gouache, I was like, have all these been metallics, I would have loved this set. And then they started putting, I think I got not the Anagoni, but I think it's another brand. And then they had a whole row of metallics, whole row of neons, and then like 30 of these, but they're like bigger. I think I got them for $43, like over 2 years ago. So this is great, and thank you, Pham, again for this beautiful gift. Last year I was not expecting it, and then she sent something, and somebody else sent something. I was like shocked. But yeah, so it comes with a silver, gold. It seems like a black. I don't know why they scratched out gouache. I'm not sure. Well, it does have the names on it. So pearl black, pearl teal, pearl mint, pearl blue, sky blue, pearl blue, green, pearl purple, pearl, I'm sure this is pearl pink, pearl, they're all pearl rose, pearl red, pearl orange, yep, and pearl salmon, pearl brown, pearl bronze, gold. Oh, so which one is this one? Pearl white. Oh, white. Look, guys, white is not white. It's actually like, look over it. It's like a skin tone. And pearl yellow. Okay, so I think I wanna move the gold over here because it needs to be next to the black and the silver. So I think I'm gonna switch them off like this. Let me pause you because I talked too much and I'm already at 26 minutes. I'm gonna get them in order, pause you, open them, put them back, and then swatch them in front of you. Nice, so this is how I configured it. So yellow, oranges, pinks, purple because this is the only purple, the blues, the greens, the original metal, so silver, gold, bronze, white, brown, and black. Okay, so that's how it's gonna go. Let me get them open and put them back, then come back. Okay, you guys, I peeled them, although it doesn't show, but now we're gonna swatch. So we're gonna swatch in the other, no, we're gonna swatch in the, I'll do the black last, because the black is highly tinted. It doesn't matter what it is. So Words of the White, I left the caps because I don't want it to dry on me. Ooh, guys, it's super smooth. Super smooth. Love it. So because I left it just sitting there for a long period of time, some of the binder split, but this is metallic, so it doesn't really matter. The binder is gonna split no matter what. So you might want to give it a whirl. I'm lazy, so I'm not gonna do that. So let's see this metallic. Let's put it on here. Oh yeah, if you lay it on like gray, it'll show more. See, I laid it on some gray here. These are my Da Vinci dots that I did last week when I was feeling like I want some new paint. I swatched my Da Vinci dots, which I'm gonna give away. They have many of dots of like paint still. Those sample dot cards are quite large. So yeah, I left the caps. So hopefully it won't dry on me. I do plan to use these quite a bit. So we're at 24 minutes. So yeah, it might look like I didn't open them, but I actually did, and well, you saw me get them out, and then I put them back. The silver is not showing as much. Let me put it here. Yeah, see? Now you can see it. Yeah, the silver is kind of transparent, guys. I'm surprised a lot of these metallics are super transparent. The silver is very transparent. It's more transparent than the white. Unbelievable. But they are really smooth, so the difference is that these guys, even with binder separation, they're still kind of smooth compared. So the Himi is a better brand than the Arctics. The Arctics gets really tight. I remember that when I swatched them. And these brushes that come with are really good as well. So just so you know, in case this pops out on your radar, don't be a snub. The good thing about student grade like this is that you could use as much as little as you want, and you're not gonna be like, oh my god, like precious about it, you know. I've never been precious about it, even my expensive my the ones that I really like is the ones that I pan, the Magello Mission Titanium. Those are my fave, and yeah, I'm not even precious about those. So, but you only need a little bit for those, and they're highly tinted because they're professional quality. But yeah, if you want a Christmas gift, you better, because they're now, last year I got them at 110 or 100. I think I paid 103 because I had something. No, 110. And now they're worse than that. They have gone up to like 150 because they're super popular. They really, really are good. So I kind of lucked out when I was like, let me get them when the iron's hot, because I knew that eventually they was gonna go up. And all this year they've really skyrocketed. I don't know if they're gonna put them down because they do come from Korea. They don't come from the US. So probably your best bet, if you want them, would probably be eBay, and get like a number of sellers. So because most of them do charge you shipping, so that your shipping is not as high. Even on Amazon, I got them where they didn't charge me for shipping, but I waited longer, like about 3 weeks or something. And I think in the month worth, then I had them in my hand. But yeah, because they didn't charge me for shipping, so I had to wait a longer period. It was kind of bizarre, but yeah. So these are really good so far. Like I said, from both brands on my student grade, these are the better brand. And like I said, these are metallic, so metallics by default are normally harder to spread, but these spread like butter. While you're watching me, they spread like butter. Okay, back to this. Sorry guys, my stepdad was interrupting me a little bit. So we're almost done. I only have 18, but these are so nice, guys. Super nice. Yeah, this one, the yellow, has also a binder separation. Like I said, I'm lazy. I didn't give them a whip, but as you can see, doesn't really need it. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Did I skip some? I think I must have skipped something. So these are the 3. I think I skipped this one. No, the salmon, the yellow. Salmon. I think maybe this one. I think there was one that I skipped. Nope, that one's this one. No, it is 3. Oh, the black. The black is the one to skip. Here's the black. Oh, okay, so it's not as I don't see the metallic on the black either. It must be regular black. 2, 4, 6, 7, 13, 14, yeah, 18. Okay, here you go. I hope you guys like this.